the frustration level of what you're asking me. Is there any other way to do it? If I could get 100% of the people to brush and floss their teeth, we wouldn't be sitting here.
I mean, there are studies done on mascara to make sure it's safe.
Right.
Before it's put out there. So I'm wondering why scientifically, I haven't seen a study showing that it's safe to swallow fluoride, and I haven't seen a study that shows that it's effective to swallow fluoride.
So they evaluated those, they found the strengths of the studies, the weaknesses of the studies. Please don't photography. No photography, please. Stop.
May I ask why?
I don't want to be on your film.
This is a public place.
It's true, but it's not, maybe it's my privilege not to be filmed.
But this is a public forum.
I would ask that you respect his request for privacy.
And
I will.
Counselor, we're not dealing with Love Canal.
We're not dealing with what?
Love Canal. We're not dealing with toxic wastes. We're dealing with the stabilizing of a naturally occurring element. An element that is, in some nutritional circles, has been deemed as an essential element in your diet. We know that it's upside your bone. We're not here today, and I will tell you right now.
Not a debate.
Not a debate, and I'll give you my source for that.
Yes.
I also will tell you that I feel badly that I'm going to respond to many of the things that Ms. Presley said while she's not here, but I'm sure that Dr. Cole is fairly capable of responding.
No doubt.
So,
One thing I just want to make it clear.
Let's not argue,
Yeah.
okay? And that means
one of the things
not
that
talking all at once.
one of the things that I want to go back and maybe address is her opening statement. Yes, there's research over here. Yes, there's research over here for it. Let's all forget that. There's 60 years of unprecedented, unequivocal research that dictates to common sense scientists and clinicians that fluoride is effective in preventing dental decay in the most susceptible populations. And your job as public servants is to serve those populations in need and help everybody prevent a disease. Now, studies that have been done to show that fluoride is effective over the decades established the lowest level of therapeutic efficacy, 0.7.
I thought they just came up with the 0.7 like a year ago.
No, they lowered it from 1.2 to 0.7 because historically those levels were set for the South, because you heard this, because of the water, we drink more water because it's hotter down here. They were lowered levels in the North for the opposite reason. Now, because of what they call the halo effect or the diffusion effect, that people don't live in the same place anymore, and everything that you buy that's made with water now has fluoride in it, whether it's a Coke or Arizona iced tea or whatever it is, there's fluoride levels in everything. So the cumulative effect is there. This is a legitimate thing to look at from a dosage standpoint. But the science hasn't shown us yet that we need to lower it below 0.7. And so we have a known therapeutic level that has 0 instances of any provable human physiological breakdown other than some modeling on the surface of the teeth. How is that taken care of? Depends on the severity of the disease. You treat effectively. Now, fluoride is a wonderful, wonderful benefit to mankind. It has many applications, both systemically and topically. The industry and the market has proved that through the fluoride toothpaste. Our science has shown. I am a referral base for MD Anderson. I get people who come to me with oral head and neck cancers that have been radiated from the shoulder up. They have no more salivary glands. They have no more saliva. Saliva being the primary buffering agent of the acids that bacteria produce. Saliva also being the primary plasma reservoir for fluoride ions that ooze up around the gum line in the plasma layer. And the number one thing that we do to these people is put them in fluoride trays every single night with at least 5,000 parts per million of topical application for 10 weeks. That's to kill the bugs because that's bacterial cycle. That's to reinforce the enamel and expose root surface tissues and to sterilize them. And I can guarantee to you that they don't sit with that in their mouth for 10 minutes without swallowing something. Now, granted, who cares if you die from fluoride or a squamous cell carcinoma? But that is the fact. The studies show it. Fluoride is effective. It is the single best public service that we can do from a dental health standpoint until proven otherwise. And I will be the first ones to hold them guys hand in hand, arm in arm, and walk in and say, get rid of this crap. If they prove it to me, but they haven't yet. And that's what you have to fall back on. The science that has been proven, that has been verified, that has been codified by these organizations around the world. That's our responsibility, and if we don't stay there, then we're doing a disservice to the population and to our children.
Is there a carry?
A really important question, and I know Tom knows this, because we talked about it. What percentage of fluoride that you ingest stays in your body? And what percentage is evacuated? You know the answer to that?
It's an extremely complicated answer.
Well, it's actually simple. It's 50%.
Well,
It's what? It's what?
It's 50% that kind of may transfer, but it's also a competition with other things, other elements that react similarly. So it can be less, it can be less for sure.
What was that percentage?
50%
50?
of the fluoride
That you ingest is filtered out by the kidney.
is filtered out, which means that 50% is not. Okay?
That means-
We had that discussion, and that's the answer you gave, is 50% is evacuated.
Yeah.
50% is evacuated through glomerular filtration.
But I'm not
raised to
worried
the
about
kidney.
the 50% that's evacuated. I'm worried about the 50% that stays in my body.
See, that